green, all right? On those moving averages, they are all of them parallel to each other, or like I say, no crossover whatsoever. Always the 30 moving average remains below the 50, and the 50 always below the 100, always parallel to each other, always pointing in the same direction, and no crossover whatsoever. So far so good. We are certainly, for the time being, we are certainly downtrending. Now, the fourth condition is that price remains on the right side of the 50 simple moving average most of the time, okay? Remember that the 50 simple moving average is the one in red, and what I like to see is price on the right side of the 50. That means that if we are looking into a downtrend, I like price to remain below the 50 simple moving average most of the time, okay, and it's been so. I mean, it's been below the 50 for quite a while. A little pierce above is okay, as long as it dives back down immediately. At the end of the day, the markets are not perfect, okay? The markets, you cannot expect price to behave the way we like it to behave all the time. So in a trend, sometimes on a pullback, okay, we might see price breaching above the 50 for just 1-2 bars, and immediately after diving back down. Like I say, as long as that breach above doesn't take more than 1, 2, 3 bars maximum. Within 1, 2 or 3 bars, price dives back down into the right side of the 50 simple moving average. We can safely say that the trend is still in place. All right. Basically what we want is the 50 simple moving average holding price on the right end of the trend, meaning below, in this case, since we are in a downtrend, below the 50. Now, the fifth condition is that the 100 simple moving average has never been breached, okay? In my opinion, this is an important condition. I want the 100 moving average to never been touched, okay, never been violated, and price being nowhere near it, in fact, okay? Just as I said that just as I said before, then it's okay to have a quick touch above the 50, as long as price dives back down, immediately after. I like price to be nowhere near the 100, okay? Any single touch, even if it's just for 1 bar, I consider the trend to be jeopardized. And the reason for that is that, well, we all know that as price trends in one direction, we go through 2 different stages, okay? One is the thrust, the swing in the direction of the trend, and then we usually see a little bit of a pullback, then another thrust, then another pullback, another thrust, pullback, okay? Most of the trends are shaped up in that way, okay? A swing in the direction of the trend, a little bit of a pullback, which is never as long as the previous swing in the direction of the moving averages. Then after the pullback, once the pullback has been finished, we take off yet in another swing in the direction of the moving averages, then yet another pullback, which is never quite as long as the actual previous swing, okay, never quite as long, and then another swing, etc., etc. Well, in this trend, as I was just showing you guys, well, we basically go through swing, pullback, swing, pullback, swing, pullbacks, and so on. In order to, in most of the trends, in order for price to touch the 100, usually what we see is quite a large pullback. Okay, let's assume, for example, this last swing I'm marking right now in my screen, and it's followed by this pullback. If we were to reach the 50